I mean, I don't mind doing these when there's an accident and there's possibility of civil litigation. I mean, if I get in the habit of taking everybody lack of memory, no contest on a .19 or higher, I'm going to have everybody coming up here and wanting to plead guilty. If you tell me as an officer of the court to talk to her and she clearly doesn't remember, I'm going to go ahead and take that no contest plea. Caldwell, Heather Barbara Maureen Caldwell, 26R514-547.
Right out of the gate, the judge is making an exception that he doesn't usually make. A no contest. Plea isn't automatically granted just because a defendant says they don't remember what happened. Judges are careful with these because if they hand them out too easily, everyone would suddenly have memory problems.
547. All right, good morning, counsel.
Good morning, Judge. My name is Ali Mahmoud. My plea number is 73076. I have Ms. Caldwell and I represent her. Please state your name for the record.
Heather, okay.
All right, so she was arraigned on June the 11th. You pre-tried this today. She's going to plead guilty to operating while impaired, and the super drunk or operating while intoxicated high BAC will be dismissed. True?
No contest.
Why, was there an accident?
Lack of memory.
Would she blow on the breathalyzer or blood?
Blood was .19, I believe.
No accident?
It wasn't.
Oh, there was an accident.
Yes.
Was somebody hurt?
No.
Was it a one-car accident or multiple?
One car.
Was anybody in her car with her?
No. Nobody was in the vehicle. She crashed into a railroad track.
You don't remember doing that? Okay. All right. So, I mean, I don't mind doing these when there's an accident and there's possibility of civil litigation. I mean, if I get in the habit of taking everybody lack of memory, no contest on a .19 or higher, I'm going to have everybody coming up here and wanting to plead guilty. If you tell me as an officer of the court to talk to her and she clearly doesn't remember, I'm going to go ahead and take that no contest plea. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes,
This is an
Judge.
important legal distinction. A no contest plea has almost the same effect as pleading guilty in criminal court, but it can sometimes help protect a defendant if there's potential civil liability later on. In other words, you're accepting the criminal consequences without directly admitting the
You're
facts.
telling me?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, good enough.
They had to get a blood draw because she was.
Okay, good enough. So, ma'am, if you plead no contest, it has the same effect as a guilty plea. So if you plead no contest to operating while impaired, possible penalties are up to 300 fines, 93 days jail, 360 hours community service. Court costs are all 4 points. License suspension or revocation in accordance with your record, and your vehicle could be or might have to be immobilized depending upon your record. You understand all of that?
Yeah.
She didn't sign this advice of rights today. I'm gonna need her to do that.
Yes, sir.
Take the time. Heather, who's in the waiting room there?
I'm not sure, Judge, if we could get them to identify.
Name, please. You have to unmute and tell me your name.
Robert Williamson.
Robert Williams. What is he here for, Heather?
He is here for a pretrial today.
Did we set him up with a lawyer before?
He did have Granada before.
So who's our lawyer today? Is it Mr. Granada?
Yes.
Mr.
Yes, I will
Granada.
get him in a breakout room.
Perfect. Thank you. I just don't want the county having to wait for us. City, you mark that people's one. Counsel, do you stipulate that the clerk can use the police report to establish a factual basis?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Ma'am, have you now signed, read, and understood the advice of rights?
Yeah.
If you plead no contest, you understand you're giving up all these rights and we're not going to have a hearing or a trial. Do you understand that? All right. To the charge, operating while impaired, how do you wish to plead? I can't.
No one.
Okay, I've had the report marked Peoples 1. I'm going to review it as soon as I get that marked and just to establish a factual basis. All right, based upon my review of the report, I find there's a factual basis for the plea. Ma'am, are you on probation or parole right now? Anybody force you to plead no contest? This is not on her. You never got printed on this, did you? No, I'm gonna accept your plea of no contest. I'm gonna dismiss the super drunk charge. I'm gonna set new bond conditions. Heather, you need to print out an order for prints. Judge Kirsten was here in my stead and he ordered no alcohol, marijuana, or illegal drugs. And I'm gonna continue that. I also do want you to go at this point to AANA. You are 26. Is that true? 36.
The judge accepts the plea and dismisses the more serious super drunk charge. That's a big win for the defense. But don't mistake that for getting off easy. The court is immediately putting strict bond conditions in place. And this case is far from over.
36.
35.
35. Okay, sorry about that. I want you going AANA at least one time a week. No alcohol, no marijuana, no illegal drugs. You cannot leave the state, cannot violate a law. You must appear in court as directed, okay? You also have to go over to the Rockwood Police Department to get fingerprinted and photographed by 1 p.m. today, okay? By 1 p.m. today. Today, June the 25th, 1 p.m. You have to go over there to get printed and photographed. We're going to send them an order that I'm going to sign. She's going to print out. And I'm ordering a screening and assessment.
Listen to the judge's tone here. This isn't just punishment. It's accountability. No alcohol, no drugs, mandatory meetings, fingerprinting, and an assessment. Courts in DUI cases often focus on preventing future problems, not just penalizing past
Bring a
mistakes.
screening and assessment. So here's what you're going to do. We're going to give you a sentence date. We're going to make sure it's good with you and your lawyer. And then you're going to go down the hall, get your sentencing date. You'll go across the hall to probation to fill out a question and be interviewed. And then you're going to go over to Rockwood to get printed and photographed. Okay? They're requesting cost of recovery of $250. This was a blood draw. I don't usually do that. I'm going to give $225 is all. I mean, I capped those at $150 on a breath and $225 on a blood. So recognize there's more time involved. Do you have any questions, ma'am? Counsel, anything else right now?
No, Judge, thank you.
Let's give you the sentence date and make sure you're good.
July 23rd at 8:30.
Is that good with you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, July 23rd at 8:30 in the morning will be your sentencing date, ma'am. All right, so go down the hall, get your paper notice, and we're gonna give you a copy of the bond sheet as well. And then you go over, fill out your questionnaire, and then go over to Rockwood, okay? Nice having you here, counsel. Have a good day. Thank you. Skinner, Chrissy Eileen Skinner, 25W836-721A in 25B147863. Good morning. You charged with failure to pay $362 on the 863 case. You charged with failure to pay $249 on the 836-721A case. I'm going to arraign you on these. You also, it appears, have a clearance fee you have to pay on the no proof case. You're charged with is it fair to pay $249 or at this point is it $284, Heather?
$249, Judge.
You charged with failure to pay $249. If I find you could have paid and didn't, you forget 60 days. Do you understand that? You're also charged on the civil infraction with failure to pay $282, is it? Or is it $317?
It is 317 with 362 with the clearance.
So I'm going to bring you for failure to pay $317. You could get 32 days. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Did you sign an advice of rights form here today?
I had enough. I just walked in here willingly.
You're presumed innocent. They have to prove you guilty by a preponderance of the evidence. You have the right to question their witnesses, to bring in your own witnesses, to use the subpoena powers of the court to bring in those witnesses. If you plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights and we're not going to have a hearing. Do you understand that?
I do.
You have the right to a lawyer. I'd be glad to give you one at public expense if you want one. Would you like one?
Sure, yes.
Where have you been? Why didn't you come and talk to me like I told you to?
don't live out here anymore.
I don't care. We got Zoom. You see all these people on Zoom?
I do. I patiently, I was okay to wait.
And
till
just
last
like
minute.
that, we jump from a DUI case to a failure to pay hearing. The judge immediately starts explaining constitutional rights. You're presumed innocent. You can challenge evidence, and you have the right to an attorney. These advisements may sound routine, but they're some of the most important protections in the entire justice system.
Was okay to wait till last minute, or not last minute, but glad to see you today if needed, but
What do you mean?
I don't live out here anymore. I got in a better situation.
Where do you live?
I live out in Northville now.
All right. Well, you don't live in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. I mean, come on.
I understand. I got out of a bad relationship. I got my head out of my butt and got a better job
You
and
got to take care of obligations here, young lady. And it agitates me because I tell everybody, if you don't have the money to come and talk to me, and you couldn't even give us the courtesy of a phone call and a Zoom call, I'll give you a lawyer. You get with the lawyer, and we'll go from there, okay?
okay, thank you.
I'm entering a not guilty plea for the record.
This moment is classic courtroom reality. The judge isn't angry that she moved away. He's frustrated because she ignored the court. Judges can be surprisingly understanding when people communicate, but disappearing and hoping the problem goes away, that almost never ends well. Have you ever seen a case where one phone call could have changed everything? Let me know in the comments.